Okay, good morning everybody. My name is Agung Marhaini and this is Nyoman Dantes. We are doing our virtual presentation for the European Conference on Language Learning, the second. We are lecturers of Ganesha University of Education, Bali, Indonesia. Okay, colleagues, we do apologize for not being able to be in UK for this time. Yeah, we were actually planning to go to Britain and we have had our submission and then registration, and then we also have booked the ticket, but unfortunately that we actually had to leave this very valuable occasion because of a very important thing happening in our country. The thing that happening that makes us not coming to Britain is this. This is me actually, and this is a preparation for a cremation ceremony for the Queen of the Kingdom of Klungkung, who was actually a relative of mine, and the cremation ceremony took place 2 days ago, so that's why we couldn't come to Britain. It's much of a pity actually, because we were actually very excited to go to Britain, but that's it, yeah. And before we start the presentation, I would like to introduce to you a cremation ceremony that happened in our Balinese culture. The one behind me is called the Bade. It's the place where the corpse will be taken to the cemetery and then burned in the cemetery. This is because she was the queen of the last kingdom of Klungkung. Then the ceremony was very, very extraordinary, and you can see that many people were gathering together, and we estimated at the time almost 20,000 people coming to attend to the ceremony. And you see on the top of the body that it is the corpse of the dead body. And this is what we call singer. It's the place where the corpse will be cremated or will be burned after the corpse reaches the cemetery. Okay, so once again we apologize for not being able to join you in Britain. Well, this is our presentation entitled Toward Authentic Assessment, a Case in Indonesian EFL Classroom. This is the rationale of our study. Actually, ladies and gentlemen, in 2013, the Indonesian education was marked by the change of the curriculum that we then later call it the Indonesian curriculum of 2013. And we have implemented the curriculum from the high school till the elementary education. Then what is new in our curriculum is that the approach which is used in the implementation of it is a thematic integrative approach, and the curriculum emphasizes on the value education. Actually, we have also in the curriculum that it institutes of the use of authentic assessment in almost all the stages of the learning. But actually, ladies and gentlemen, if we go and see what happened in the implementation or in the instruction in the classroom, actually the practice of the assessment conducted by especially EFL teachers in Bali tends to be traditional rather than authentic. Well, actually, yeah, we are by curriculum asked to do the authentic assessment. Then because of that, the government had to institute policies regarding such problem, yeah, which need to be made mainly aiming at helping English teachers prepare for the new curriculum. In other words, yeah, actually the government has to think about, yeah, how then authentic assessment is well implemented in order to achieve the goal of the curriculum. Now let's continue. Yeah, we had a research. Yeah, the first year of the research is about the need analysis. Yeah, for EFL conducted for EFL learning in junior high school in Bali. Yeah. We specifically studying EFL learning in junior high school in Bali province. Now, the purpose of the need assessment are twofold. The first one is to investigate the relevancy of learning activities, kinds of assessment, and assessment instrument toward the four skills of language, namely listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And then the second one is to investigate the authenticity of EFL assessment, teachers' readiness to implement assessment, and challenges that they may face in implementing authentic assessment. This is the method of how we did the study. We include 55 English teachers as the subject of the study that we took from 55 junior high schools in Bali. And this is the metrics of the study. We see the focus of the study as we mentioned just now. There are twofold. The first one is to see the relevancy of the activities of assessment. We use source of data, namely teachers, and then the technique we use administering questionnaire and interview, instruments using questionnaire, and of course interview guide, accompanying the interview, and then we analyze the data in descriptive way. And the second one, to investigate the authenticity of EFL assessment, we actually do what we call document study on the curriculum of EFL in Bali for junior high school, and the lesson plan made by the teachers in which assessment is included. We did document study, and then we did the instrument we use observation sheet, researcher's note, and we analyze the data also in descriptive way. Wow. Let us tell you the findings of the research in terms of the relevancy of EFL learning activities toward the four language skills. There are four language skills, and this is listening. In listening, it was found that 75.53% of the learning activities are actually relevant to the characteristic of the four language skills. As we can see through, that the lowest relevancy happened to reading. As we then went through to investigate deeper about this phenomena, then we found that why learning activities in reading is quite low, because actually reading aloud was included in the activity of reading, while actually reading aloud is more of speaking rather than reading. Yes. Okay, then continued relevancy of kinds of assessment used by the teachers toward the four language skill. Well, this is the result of our study for this question. 65% relevant. So the assessment is relevant with listening, and then a great number, 91% something, is relevant to speaking, and then reading still the lowest, and then writing is 100%. Let me tell you about writing. So 100% for writing, because most of the teachers actually have decided to use like performance assessment or process assessment to assess writing, while as we see that writing and speaking are the productive skills of English, then it's actually appropriate to have to have a performance assessment for writing and speaking. So up to now, seems like there is no problem with authentic assessment in junior high school in Bali. Okay, now relevancy of assessment instruments, which were used by the teachers. Now, then we found a quite different result. In listening, only 44 point something of the assessment instruments used by the teachers are relevant with the characteristic of listening. And you can see through, sorry, I've got a flu. and you can see through. See in reading, for example, only 17%, yeah, something, almost 18% actually, that the assessment used to assess reading. So this is quite a very warning situation as we related to the need of authentic assessment. Wow. So let me once again telling you the findings of the study in terms of several things that we mentioned. Yeah, the first one, most of the instruments developed by the teachers only assess cognitive abilities. So this justifies the result that we presented just now. Although the result saying that there is no problem with the instrument actually, yeah, but if we go further, yeah, do some interview with the teacher and then see the document then. So most of the assessment, let's say tests, yeah, used by the teachers are assessing only cognitive abilities. While actually language is a performance, it's an able to do ability or skills. Then when the teacher just emphasizing on cognitive ability, so we can see that although the assessment used by the teacher, yeah, as we see from the curriculum, relevant with the characteristic of the 4 skills of language. Relevant meaning that actually the indicators, yeah, decided by the teachers in the curriculum are mostly cognitively oriented. So once again, we would like to emphasize that although there is a relevance, but it's because we just studied the relevance between the assessment and the what is needed by the curriculum. Actually, in most places in Bali, we found that the curriculum developed by the teachers, in this case the syllabus and the lesson plans, mostly just emphasizing on cognitive domain. Really that they try to assess performance assessment and use appropriate assessment and its instrument. Yeah, so we can say that it's more traditional than authentic as we see the assessment carried out by the teacher. The assessment were not equipped by clear scoring rubrics. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually the biggest problem for teachers in implementing authentic assessment. Although in the digital market, like in the internet, that there are a huge numbers of scoring rubrics available, but actually the teacher couldn't find any which meets the needs of the student. Yeah. While actually the teacher, as I mentioned just now, they have to assess more of performance rather than just only cognitive abilities.